This is a mock interview conducted by ForumIAS Academy at New Delhi. The interview panel includes eminent academicians, retired bureaucrats, and other luminaries. The objective of program is to acquaint the candidate with the format and expectations of the personality test conducted by UPSC.
Please come.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Please say.
Thank you.
Dr. Komal Aggarwal.
Yes, sir.
Dentistry done in 2019.
Yes, sir.
So what have you been doing for last 3 years after that?
Sir, after that, I did my internship from Government Dental Hospital Indore. That was also for 1 year. And since then, I have been preparing for Civil Services examination.
And first time you're doing it? No, you've done it earlier. Earlier also you have had 3 attempts.
Yes, sir. This is my third attempt.
So very keen on civil service.
Yes, sir.
What makes you so keen compared to your dental career?
So I pursued dentistry because being in a middle class family, I thought dentistry is a very good career option, which it is. And while I was pursuing dentistry, I came to know about civil services examination and the diverse plethora of opportunities that it possesses, and that made me take interest in this.
Was your father or anyone else in government service?
No, sir.
So you heard about it from your friends and others?
Yes, sir.
And some of them are in the civil service?
No, sir. None of my friends is in civil services. One of my friends is preparing for civil service examination.
Okay. Good. So, come.
So, Komalji, you are from Dewas, huh?
Yes, sir.
And you have studied from Indore. Okay. So, you have spent lots of money on Government of India. I mean, medical education is highly subsidized education, and that too, government education is highly subsidized education. Lot of money has been spent on you, and then you are switching. I suppose Government of India spent lots of money on you again, then you say you are going to do a job, to do a better job in UN. Don't you think you are a bit inconsistent in terms of your choices?
I will not call it inconsistency per se. It is that I was interested in dentistry when I was pursuing it, and when I came to know about this field, I became interested, and as I'm taking interest, I want to pursue it. And moreover, sir, the things that I have learned in dentistry, I believe I can use this in administration also. For example, like being a dentist, I have an eye for detail, which can also be used, which can also prove useful in the civil services. Also, in dentistry, we go step by step, like diagnosis, treatment planning, seeing the prognosis and doing the treatment. And this step-by-step procedure can also be followed in civil services examination. Also, while practicing dentistry, I believe I have developed a good sense of communication, because we have to explain complex treatments to patients in a simple language, and that I believe can also help in the civil services examination.
Which newspaper do you read daily?
So Indian Express and the Hindu.
Today's Hindu or Express, have you read?
Yes, sir.
Tell me the first news of Hindu.
So the first news was about the Supreme Court judgment on demonetization.
Can you tell me in brief what the decision was?
So 4 out of the 5 judges constitutional bench held that demonetization was being carried out as per the rules and the laws.
But there was some dissent note given by a judge. Can you tell me the main points of that note of dissent given by the judge?
So the dissenting judge held that in the section 26(2) of the RBI Act, the government has the powers to demonetize some of since there was any in the statement, she was interpreting it as some of the series of the notes the central government could demonetize, and the other judges held that any meant all of these notes, and therefore the dissenting judge believed that the RBI did not operate independently in the decision, and this decision was more of by the central government taken through the RBI.
What is the term called offshoring? In economics, we often use that. Offshoring.
Sorry, sir.
What is the impact of Ukraine-Russian war, economic impact of Ukraine-Russian war on India?
Sir, on India, there is because of the Russia-Ukraine war, there is turmoil all over the world, and which is leading to inflation in India also, and the food, the fertilizer, and the fuel shortages has been there. India has been importing from Russia-Ukraine also, even after the war. And but there is due to it there has been inflation, and because of the shortages in wheat and the fertilizer, because we were importing it from Russia.
So we have shortage of wheat in our country?
No, sir. No, sir. We do not have a shortage per se, but the godowns have been at the minimum threshold for in a very long period of time.
There is some technical term of this minimum threshold.
So, buffer stock, are we referring to?
Yes, say this is confidence.
Yes, sir. Buffer stock that the country maintains.
All right. There's an ethical question. You are a doctor, and doctor faces this ethical question because to make money or go for ethics. So, for example, there is a war between Ukraine and Russia, right? And because of war, Russia is selling lots of crude oil to India and somewhat at cheaper price, right? And we are really buying that. Ukraine is saying, please don't buy from Russia, or other countries are saying. So on one hand, our PM has guts to say this is not the age of war, era of war, but we are benefiting from war. Sasta oil kharidte raho. Suppose you are a person who want to defend this position in the global audience that we are at the same time defender of peace, human rights, anti-war, but we are again, or we shall continue to buy as much as oil from Russia because Russia is attacker technically. How do you defend that?
Sir, I believe when it comes to international relations, we always look for sovereign interests. We do not defend the war. We have condemned it publicly also, globally also, and but we cannot let go of the resources that we are able to acquire, and the other countries that are asking us to not buy are also buying and doing the same thing. They are also buying fuel from Russia only, and that is why we condemn war, but we have a good history of friendship with Russia, and our sovereign interest tops that all.
Sir.
Thank you, sir.
So, hello, Komal.
Hello, sir.
Sir asked you about the judgment that was delivered yesterday. Can you tell me the name of the judge who gave the dissenting note?
Sorry, sir. I'm not completely sure of it.
Okay. She's a woman, right?
Yes. Starts with N. I'm not very sure, that's why.
Can you tell me how many women judges are there in Supreme Court right now?
Sir, I believe there are 11 Supreme Court judges. There are 11 female Supreme Court judges.
11? Are you sure about it?
I'm not sure.
Even if you count one woman equal to 4, I think there are 3.
There are
three.
3 right now.
Okay.
11, I think it's the total that has been there in the history. I think 11 or 12. So why do you think that women are so underrepresented in judiciary, in higher judiciary especially?
Sir, women are underrepresented, and because there are many reasons for it. First of all, it starts from the roots. There are lesser judges, lesser female judges in the bottom courts also, in the lower judiciary also. Then there are infrastructural problems associated, and that also hinders the women. Also, the social aspect of it. Women are it is often said lawyers, if they are females, they do not make good wives, and that also hinders women to take up a career in law.
Okay. And do you think that reservation to women in judiciary also is a panacea for this problem? Can we address this way?
Sir, I believe there needs to be more representation of women in judiciary, but I do not believe reservation is a good way to go about it. Merit should always be there, and in case of instead of reservation, one should go for empowering women and supporting and encouraging them to take up field of law.
Okay. Since you are from a medical field, can you tell me what is the meaning of term MMR, maternal mortality? Can you expand it first? MMR?
Maternal mortality, it stands for maternal mortality rate. It is the number of female who die in among 1,000 females giving birth.
1,000? Is it 1,000?
Sorry.
Just tell me, as an administrator, say you are posted in Madhya Pradesh, what steps will you take to improve the MMR in your district?
So firstly, I would encourage institutional deliveries.
How would you do that? I mean, the government must be taking some steps regarding this, right? What different step will you take?
Sir, firstly, ASHA workers are a good way to go about it. They can be made to educate women who are newly married or are pregnant. Secondly, sir, the prenatal checkups are also very important to diagnose if any disease or any problem exists. Thirdly, sir, men should be made aware of it, because women are, since in Madhya Pradesh, there is a tribal area and a lot of village area as well. Women are not well equipped to go to the hospital by themselves. So men should be encouraged and made aware of what the problems can be. That's all.
Okay, my last question to you. Should the marriageable age for women be increased to 21 years?
Sir, I stand for equality, and as men have the age of 21 years, I do believe it should be raised to 21 years for females as well. But at the same time, sir, I think this is not the right time to do so, because as it is 18, as of now, it is 18 for females, and there are a lot of child marriage instances still existing. And if it is raised to 21, there will be a lot of litigations in the courts. The courts are already overburdened. So a better way to go, according to me, would be to create social awareness about the problems associated with child marriage and early marriages.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll pass on to the next person.
Hi Komal, you are from Dewas. As sir also mentioned, there is a minting press, right? What is the role of minting press, and what does the minting presses Dewas does?
Sir, it mints Indian rupees, and I'm not sure about. According to my knowledge, I believe it mints all the currency notes.
Coins also?
No, sir, not coins.
Not coin. It comes under which ministry?
Ministry of Finance.
Sure. Okay. One basic question when you talk about printing currencies, why can't we print lots and lots of currency so that everybody, whatever money is needed for social welfare, for economic advancement, infrastructure development, that can be done? What is the issue with that?
Sir, it will ultimately in the long run cause inflation, because if disposable income of the people is increased via this method, it will lead to greater demands for consumption, and which will not be able to suffice by the production as of now.
So we can we do that in sustainable manner?
Sir, there are better ways to boost the growth in the country, and
can we do through that avenue? Can we utilize that?
So that is the last resort.
Okay, we can. So are there any global standards, global rules regarding that? Is there any circulars, like for example in 2008 crisis we started adopting GDP as the primary measure of growth. So is there anything related to printing money as well?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware of it.
Okay. So Komal, one very basic questions which comes to my mind is, how do you define, like for you, what is feminism?
Sir, for me, feminism would mean equality with men for women and all the genders.
By equality, you mean absolute equality?
Yes, sir, absolute equality.
Okay, what is the difference between equality and let's say equal society and egalitarian society?
Sir, in equal society, everyone will be at par, and while in egalitarian society, people, the less privileged, will be supported in some form to become equal and come at par with other people.
So should it not be egalitarian society rather than equal society?
So ours is an egalitarian society because we carry out affirmative reservation-like practices to support the less privileged sections.
But at the same time, if you think from the other gender's perspective, what do you feel that this particular gender has not done well, or what has been the discrimination against them? Is it important for the 21st century woman to carry that baggage forward or lead the way now? How do you see that?
So for the 21st century women, it is time to lead the way, and we are provided ample opportunities, but there are certain problems also, and when it...
I'll cut you short, but you just said that yet the definition for feminism is just equality with men. So is it now something beyond it, or like is just whatever men do, if they are not faring well, we also do not want to fare well?
No, sir. Women should lead the way, and the gender discrimination portion should go away.
Gender
and that
justice.
should be dealt. Yes, sir. Gender justice.
Great. Now we are coming to the actual one. Okay. About Indore, you have studied there, right? You have done your BDS there. So Indore has its own Swachhta model. It has been doing well in Swachh Survekshan surveys, right? What is it? What is that model actually? How is it that Indore has been consistently doing well?
Sir, Indore has been consistently doing well. It has got 6th time in a row, has become the cleanest city. And it is because of two things. First of all, the local administration of Indore has been very successful in doing so by the vehicles that carry, that collect waste and source segregation of waste. And also, it has also created social awareness. The second portion of the credit goes to the people of Indore because they are very vigilant about the waste.
Okay. One last question from my side. That Prime Minister recently talked about India being a developed nation soon in the next 25 years, right? 2047. So give me 3 major challenges we will be facing in the coming 25 years in that journey towards being a developed nation. 3 major challenges, prioritize accordingly.
So first, I would say will be the climate change and the renewable energy production and the targets that we have set. Second would be dependence on China for intermediate materials. The supply chain resilience has to be developed. That will be a difficult portion. And thirdly, I believe so, the balancing act among the West and Russia, and being the voice of the global South.
Okay. So according to you, we can be a developed nation if at all we do not push for education, we do not push for social reforms.
No, sir. That is also very necessary.
Right?
Human development,
Yeah.
human resource development.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Komal.
Thank you.
Kamal,
Yes, sir.
what sari are you wearing? What do you call this?
So, I am not sure, but I believe it is a Bhagalpuri sari.
How is it different from Chanderi, which is your local Madhya Pradesh?
Sir, Chanderi is a very shiny material. It is, the Chanderi was first made in hand-spun cotton only, but now it is a mix of cotton and silk. It is very shiny. It has a zari border and a lot of shiny motifs. While this is a plain sari.
This is always, Bhagalpuri is always plain?
Sir, I'm not sure, sorry.
Is it tussar silk based? Or is it, there is no silk in this?
Sir, sorry, I don't know.
Not to worry, I was just wanting to understand what you are wearing. Okay, you remember you said in the beginning that you switched, there were a lot of commonalities between dentistry and public service. So who is the molar in public service?
Sir, molars are for grinding and chewing the food. And sir, I think the people sitting at the top of the administration.
They are all politicians.
Sir,
At the top, who else is there?
sir, they take the maximum load of policy formulation. And that is why I believe they are the molars.
The politicians are the molars.
No, sir, the bureaucrats at the top who formulate the policies for the government.
They are advisors. That no policy making now is done without a minister.
Yes, sir.
So the politicians. So they are the molars actually. We are the grinders. And if you get the analogy right, so you want to be a grinder. By here you can, if somebody doesn't behave, you can remove his molar. You can do anything. There you want to go and work under a. I'm writing a book about my IAS experience, which is my formidable masters. And they're all, nobody is a bureaucrat. And I looked for who I can call. Every one of them is a politician. Different level. I was, as a municipal commissioner, my mayor, how he was, and as a minister in the state, minister in the center. And they're all very eminently qualified to. So they went to all the 6 or 7 of them. All the best. You're going to be soon on the, I'm not going to say you on the cross, but all your confidence and your knowledge will come in handy. All the best.
Thank you, sir.